Can a single strike truly change everything on a football pitch? For Jhon Durán, one thunderous goal can flip a match in seconds. When the ball meets his boot just right, he can make defenders freeze and fans rise to their feet. At Aston Villa, those explosive moments have become his calling card, even though he's still young and learning. He has rough edges, but he also has a rare gift. He knows how to deliver a breathtaking finish that can alter a game's course without warning. He plays with raw intensity. Sometimes he chooses shots from impossible angles or charges forward when a pass might be safer. Other times, he fires a cannon-like volley that leaves defenders helpless. This unpredictability makes him exciting to watch. Even with his inexperience, his best moments send a jolt of energy through the stands. He's like an uncut diamond, not fully polished, but already shining bright enough that fans imagine the star he could become. Every flash of his ability, every powerful strike, stirs hope that he might soon be doing this every week. But here's the part where you can help keep this journey going. If you enjoy seeing young talents like Jhon Durán's breakthrough on the big stage and want more stories about rising stars, please like and subscribe to our channel. It's one of the easiest ways to encourage us to keep creating the videos you love, and it means you'll stay updated each time we bring you fresh stories about the players who might shape tomorrow's football. When Jhon Durán first arrived in England, so many people asked, who is Jhon Durán and how did he surge onto the scene with such swift success? Well, his path started in the streets of Medellin, Colombia, where he learned to strike with power and play with pure passion. Long before coaches noticed him, he was kicking makeshift balls against older kids who were bigger and stronger. Every goal felt like a statement. I can do this. He wanted to follow in the footsteps of Colombian forwards like Radamel Falcao or Carlos Bacca. He admired their directness and hunger for goals, but he also wanted to stand out. Instead of copying them exactly, he developed a style that used his own mix of speed, strength, and a willingness to shoot from anywhere. That spirit led him to Envigado FC, one of Colombia's top youth academies, known for producing players like James Rodriguez. Imagine being only 15 years old and playing for a club's senior team. His raw physicality and goal-scoring instincts made him stand out from day one. Older teammates recognized he had a special gift for scoring. Coaches praised his direct approach. If the ball landed near him in the box, he usually found a way to turn it into a threat. While other aspects of his game remained raw, his hold-up play, passing and consistency, his hunger for goal was clear. Within a couple of years, scouts across America started paying attention. Chicago Fire in Major League Soccer took a chance on him at age 17. It was a huge leap. Leaving Colombia for the United States required learning a new language and adapting to a more physical style. At first, he struggled, but once he got used to the pace, he began scoring. 8 goals in his first full MLS season might not sound incredible, but for a teenager who had just arrived, it was impressive. Commentators described him as raw but fearless. He attacked defenders with a strength and boldness rarely seen in players his age. For fans used to seeing young signings who needed time to adjust, Durán's direct approach stood out right away. Aston Villa scouts soon noticed. By 19, he made the move to the Premier League for a sizable fee. Some Villa supporters were surprised. The transfer wasn't widely talked about in major headlines, but the club clearly believed in his potential. He arrived in Birmingham with a point to prove. He wanted to show he could handle the best defenders in the world. Straight away, training sessions exposed his flaws. The speed and tactics of Premier League football can humble any young talent. But even when he messed up, he didn't hide. He kept demanding the ball, launching shots from outrageous distances, trying to press defenders off the ball. He was always looking for that single strike that could change the match. Unai Emery became his teacher. The Villa manager values structure and discipline. He wants players to make smart runs, link with teammates, and follow the team's overall strategy. Durán, on the other hand, often acted on instinct. Some days that caused frustration. There were overhit passes, offside runs, or missed tap-ins. Emery had seen these growing pains before, so he focused on harnessing Durán's natural ability while adding control and timing to his game. The big challenge was consistency. Durán's raw bursts of brilliance excited fans, but could he deliver them regularly? The manager made it clear. Talent alone won't take you far if you don't show it game after game. Competition at Aston Villa is fierce. Ollie Watkins, a proven Premier League striker, often starts. That leaves Durán fighting for limited minutes, but that battle fuels him. He trains harder, learns from Watkins, and tries to improve his link-up play. Sometimes he comes off the bench late in games, pressing tired defenders and surprising them with his speed and power. If he scores in those appearances, fans beg to see more of him. The coaches see how his confidence grows with each goal. Even though he's still behind Watkins in the pecking order, Duran's impact is noticeable whenever he steps onto the pitch. The flashes of excellence come in spurts: a rocket from the edge of the box, a strong header in a crowded area, or a burst of pace that leaves a fullback chasing. Those moments make fans ask, is he the next big thing? It's fair to wonder. Still only 20, he has so much room to develop. The question is whether Aston Villa will shape him into an elite forward or if he'll eventually need a different setting. For the club, the prospect of having a future star is appealing. If he masters his craft, improving his first touch, reading the game better, and staying calm under pressure, he could become a powerful presence in the Premier League. Duran's growth might also boost his standing with the Colombian national team. Colombia is famous for producing exciting attackers, and they're eager for the next star. With senior players aging, Duran has a chance to claim the spotlight. He's already scored an international goal which raised his profile back home. Many Colombian fans see him as a player who can blend speed and force, adding a new dimension to their attack. If he keeps evolving at Villa, he could be a future regular for his country, carrying Colombia's hopes into the next decade. His story, however, is still taking shape. Raw skill doesn't always lead to long-term success. Football is filled with young talents who never lived up to expectations, but he's determined to beat that pattern. He has the coaching, the environment, and the mindset to succeed. The hardest step is turning those occasional bursts of brilliance into consistent performances every week. If he does that, he'll be unstoppable. If not, he might move on and try again somewhere else, but every sign shows he's ready to put in the work. He faces a balancing act: keep that fearless spirit that sets him apart, but learn the tactical side of the game. It's a delicate process. Fans sense that if it all clicks, he can become a top forward in the Premier League. Each time he pushes aside a defender or blasts a shot into the top corner, the crowd roars, believing that great things lie ahead. He has the elements of a true game changer. If he hones them, Villa fans will look back and say he was worth every penny. If it goes differently, they'll talk about a talent that didn't quite shine as much as it could have. Either way, the thrill is real whenever Duran steps on the pitch. One sudden run behind the defense, one fierce strike from outside the box, those are the moments supporters want to see more often. You can almost feel the tension before he shoots. Will this be another wonder goal? Will it be the spark that changes the result and maybe even changes his career? Duran's future might include starring roles in the Champions League. If Villa's ambitions become reality, he could become the main scorer for Colombia in major tournaments. He might also expand his game by adding smarter passing, better link-up play, and reading defenders more carefully. He's working to refine his craft, and the football world is watching, waiting to see how he evolves. He is still only at the start. A lot can happen in the next few seasons. For now, his trademark left foot is always loaded, ready to fire. As a viewer and fan, you're witnessing something at the threshold between raw potential and genuine stardom. If he fuses discipline with his fearless approach, he could become one of the league's most dangerous strikers. If he fails, he'll still be remembered for the excitement he brought whenever he had a sight of goal. In every match, he offers a reminder that a single strike can change everything, and in every match, he gets closer to fully unlocking his gifts. It's a riveting story for supporters of Aston Villa, the Colombian national team, and anyone who loves seeing powerful goals. Maybe he'll become the next big name in European football, or maybe he'll continue a slower climb, working out the rough parts of his style. Either way, he's proof of how thrilling raw talent can be. So keep watching. One moment, one shot might rewrite the script yet again. Now, if you enjoy following players like Jhon Durán, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps us create more videos about the footballers you're passionate about. Your support pushes us forward, just like Duran's hunger for goals. So let's keep exploring these stories together, and let's see where Jhon Durán's path leads next.